Hi, I'm Jolene Marino Unabia. So now let's move on to the process recording. So what is process recording in nursing? So process recording, allow me to read this, that refers to detailed written accounts of professional interactions involving the nurses. So meaning process recording is kind of a tool that records the conversation during the interactions of the interview between the nurse and the patients in a psychiatric setup with the nurse inference. This is also helpful to record all the thoughts and feelings of the clients just before the interaction. This is also include it is very important to include not just the verbal behavior or the verbal detail in from the client, but also the non-verbal behaviors of the client on how he or she respond your questions, or how the client responds your questions from during the interview. So this process recording is very helpful because it understands the patients in a better way. And recording also includes personal history, family history, and etc. So it includes a lot from the client, which will be discussed later on. Process recording is very also helpful not just for the client but for the nurses as well, because it improves the nurses' ability to increase awareness of feelings, values, expectations, and assumption. But this is not just helpful for the nurses but for us also, student nurse. So now let's proceed in the seven purposes from in process recording. So we have seven purposes. First is to develop the development of skills in sorting and remembering important information. Since it is very important to um, remember and taking notes of the details from the patients, because to avoid the missing details, and it is very important because it helps us to diagnose or something that kanang helps us to intervene how we treat the client. And number two is understanding of clients, consumers, other professionals, or projects. This also improves our understanding skills towards our clients. Next is the students' perceptions of the interactions and interventions. Students' self-reflections about developing skills, students' ability to apply theory and empirical evidence to practice, and next is students' ability to plan ahead and to transfer learning from one activity to another. And lastly is to evaluate the students' progress over time. So process recording also establish rapport with the patients, and it also critically analyze communication and its effect on the behavior of the individuals. So therefore, when conducting a process recording, it gives us the opportunity to improve our communication skills, self-awareness, assessment, and it also helps us to it improves our listening skills, and also the observations and role planning. So process recording provides additional opportunity to practice nursing values and ethics. So, the common elements in this process recording, which will be discussed to my co-reporter, Miss Cañete. So, I think that's all for today. Thank you.